What up, Nikki? Going to be making just a really quick video here while I have my daughter. I wanted just to touch base with you. I guess first things first. Yeah, don't worry about that money. It's my pleasure, man. After that deal with Addicting Games, I finally was able to make a little bit of money on everything. You know, that was really nice to land that deal. Plus the Armor Games deal and all the stuff on Kong. So you know, it's my pleasure to spread the wealth around. Any kind of deals that I make, I feel like it's only fair to kind of give little bonuses and stuff, and I'm going to kind of try to do that whenever I can, because, you know, your art's so good and your prices are so fair, your prices are awesome, so, we're making some really good games here, so, hopefully we can continue to do that as time goes on, and, any extra money I have that I can, I'd like to throw your way. It's really... it's kind of a philosophy of mine not really to be greedy with this kind of stuff. I run my own side business on top of the other work that I do. I'm a stonemason, if I hadn't already told you that. And, and I don't like to get greedy with this kind of stuff. I feel like you establish way better relationships with people, not trying to grasp on and try to milk every last cent of profit out of something. I think money comes with good relationships with people within the business, customers, clients, and all that stuff. So it's my pleasure, buddy, to share the wealth a little bit. Anyway, new backgrounds are in, and look at these things. Oh my goodness, they look amazing. So everything looks really good. Loving these backgrounds. I just wanted to give you just a really quick vid here. I don't want to go crazy. That's supposed to... I just clicked this one. The reason he just died, one guy, that's because the boss. He's supposed to be just a boss. But I actually I've got two bosses actually done. The one I think is uploaded. This is the second boss. He's pretty cool. He's pretty difficult as well. He does this cool little like laser behavior, and you can kind of stomp him. He goes around in a square pattern, firing lasers and homing missiles and everything. So he's a pretty cool boss. I've got a really good idea of how I want to do all the bosses in this game, so I don't think the bosses are going to take that long. So yeah, I'm just making really good progress, man. I'm making headway, getting the bosses done, and putting in the art as the art comes in, and everything's really going smooth. So, with those clouds, I really just wanted to touch base with you about them. We can do exactly what I had said. I kind of had just pictured, let me go back to, like in the very first scene here, like for these levels, I had made this cloud background myself. These pixels don't really match our cartoony look of the game. So, this is a background layer that I actually made myself, and then I pasted, various clouds on there. So we can do, like I said, two different cloudy ones, two different white fluffy ones for like the really clear levels. Then we can do two different ones that have like a pinkish hue or like an orange hue to them for those sunrise backgrounds that you did, and you can space them out, like I said, like make them really varied. You can make them really nice and varied, like small cloud. If you follow my mouse, maybe like a small cloud up here, bigger cloud here, just kind of really switch it out, and then that way that'll add some nice randomness to it. And then with the last one, I had said like a fog or like gas. I think that would work really well for these new ones. Like I kind of picture these worlds kind of like being, like picture like in the background here, like almost like fog or like a gas, like a purple, very light with like a lot of opacity to it, like really just very light, just something to add that last little bit of extra layer to it. And I also wanted to, since I was going to make a video and I've got just a minute here, is kind of go, because I'm not going to be able to have much time to communicate, so I wanted to get this out for maybe giving you some inspiration for the next background as well. I love what we did here. I love what you did here with this. I guess you had originally said you were going to do like roots. These almost look to me like alien tentacles, and I started kind of thinking of like maybe some inspiration to guide guide the artwork or the rest of the background art, like maybe what we can do is kind of, I created like a little mini storyline in my head that it's like, you know, as the world goes on, this world was once inhibited by these robots, you know, and as time went on, like it got kind of taken over by this alien race. So you can kind of see as we start to go, these alien tentacles have taken over this city or these structures, and the structures are getting crumbled and everything. You know, maybe we embrace that and continue on with this theme as the backgrounds go on. So maybe the next two backgrounds have more and more of these alien tentacles, and the structures are more and more broken. And we can just go over the same templates of the stuff that you've been doing. You know, you've been doing a great job with these like pillars and these like structures. Same kind of stuff. I mean, you can go back and just use the other pillars and the other structures you had used as kind of inspiration and almost like as a template, and just like, let's just get more, you know, just demolish them a little bit more, and the last level can be almost like full blown like alien have taken over the scene here. And it's also really cool too, it resonates really well with like the spikes. If you can see, you know, these spikes here look like the first set of buzzsaws, but they're like almost like these alien versions of them. And we can, maybe what we do for let me just kill myself quick, I still don't have a button to get back to the still don't have a button to get back to here. Maybe what we do is we get, then the next set of spikes can be like where my mouse is, like an alien version of like these. You know, you use these as a template and then have them kind of deteriorated. Like picture this background with like some of that like deterioration and some of the alien stuff. I mean, this one's got all these crazy like ladders and structures. I mean, do stuff that like makes sense as far as time goes. You know, I think that'd be, you know, although it might just be a copy and paste kind of thing. You know, if you created like these kind of like ladders and this kind of stuff with like them deteriorated. I basically went, as the world goes on, if we look at this like a storyline, you know, the world was inhibited by these robots, and then kind of these aliens took over, and we're seeing that progress. You know, the very first level, everything's really shiny. This level, you can actually almost see it's working out perfectly. Where here my mouse is, things are getting a little bit more dirty. And then obviously the next level after, it starts to crumble and the alien starts writhing them. And then we'll just keep going on. And then the last level will be like full blown like alien stuff. So after that, I might even get a couple more enemy types from you that can have inspiration drawn from the existing enemies. Like picture this guy that I'm fighting right now with like some kind of alien flare, like a tentacle coming out of him, like almost like, you know, the aliens took over these, not only their town, but like the robots as well, you know. So I think it'd be really cool to have that all shine through. You know, like I'm not going to ask for like, you know, 20 more different sprites or anything like that, but just maybe a couple here and there that I can sprinkle in, just to kind of sell that idea of like aliens. I think that would really give a really good direction and inspiration just to finish this artwork out, man. And then we can do bosses, and at that point we're on to user, you know, UI stuff, you know, get the HUD in there, and then just a whole bunch of buttons and all that stuff. So I mean, this game's getting closer and closer and closer, especially since I have a really good idea of, you know, how I want to do the bosses. And, you know, my programming skills have increased like, you know, so dramatically since, you know, save to kill. So I'm able to do a whole bunch of stuff way faster now. You know, so I should be able to get the bosses in there quickly, and it shouldn't be as big of a deal. I don't think the bosses are going to be as near of a big deal because, you know, in this game we're not doing fly, shoot, all this stuff. They're going to have 2 animation frames. They're going to fly and rage, and that's it. And I'm just going to create the bullets like we have been doing. So, and the sprites aren't going to be anywhere near as large as they were on Save to Kill. So hopefully we can get these things going. So yeah, I just wanted to get this video out because I'm not going to have much communication. So this will give you some good direction for not only the clouds, but also the backgrounds as well, you know. And I don't know how crazy you want to get as far as how busy you want to be, because I know you're preparing for that show, which is awesome. And like I'd said in my last email, you might as well, if you are promoting any kind of version of the games, you might as well promote the Armor version, just because that's so new, and I'm trying to get more and more traffic over there. I don't really get ad rev share on Armor games, but I really want to try to I really would like this game to do well on Armor just because I want to increase a relationship with those guys over the admins at Armor Games. So, the more and more, like Humanoid Space Race on Armor wasn't a flop, but it definitely didn't do nearly as well as some of the other games. I mean, it only got like 70,000 plays on its 1 month front page roll, which is quite low compared to a lot of games. Some games get upwards to like 300,000 in that 1 month span. So if this game kind of does the same thing, it just, it'd be better if the game did well and had good views. I mean, right now the game's sitting at like a score of 73. It'd be great if the game could get to like a score of 75, and before the 1 month roll is over, we could have over like 125,000 plays. I think that would be very good success. So, promoting that version of the game, I think, is better than trying to squeeze an extra couple bucks of ad revenue share off of the Kong version, So, all right, man, let me know what you think.